President-elect Donald Trump sat for an extended interview with NBC News. The interview aired on Sunday, and the president-elect covered a number of topics. It was a window into how the president-elect is thinking now that the election is over. And what we saw on a range of subjects was an incoming president making many declarative statements, but also hedging his bets, hedging some of his promises, seemingly trying to give himself room to govern with more freedom and with perhaps even a different tone than what we heard as he was campaigning. On the economy, Donald Trump declined to promise that his tariffs, which he plans to impose on many countries and many products being imported, would not end up raising prices on American consumers. That's quite different from candidate Trump, who made sweeping, grand promises about ending inflation, lowering prices, easing household budget crunches that so many Americans have felt since the pandemic. And it signaled a president-elect that acknowledges how tariffs actually work and actually can affect the market all the way to end-line consumers. Trump also seemed to relax his language when talking about the Federal Reserve. As a candidate, he wanted much more involvement from a president and suggested that the president should have a more direct say in interest rates, something that would threaten the historical independence of the Fed. Speaking to NBC, he said at this point, he has no plans to ask Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell to step down. On immigration, President-elect Trump again emphasized his promise to seal the U.S. southern border and deport millions of people who are in the country illegally. He added that he believes the president can end birthright citizenship, something that has been understood for generations to be expressly part of the United States Constitution. Donald Trump also said, in regards to Dreamers, those American citizens whose parents came illegally, but then gave birth to children who are citizens under birthright citizenship, that those people conceivably could be deported as well, because Trump said he doesn't want to separate families. And when it comes to mixed families, immigrant families of mixed legal status, he said the only way to avoid separation is to, quote, remove all of them. On foreign policy, Trump said that Ukraine needs to prepare to receive less aid from the United States under his administration than it has received under the Biden administration. Trump has promised repeatedly to end the war between Ukraine and Russia, but he's not necessarily said how. He hedged during his interview with NBC on his conversations with Russian leader Vladimir Putin. He said at one point that he has not talked to Putin recently, but wouldn't say whether he's talked to him at all since the election.